Welcome to the orientation video for COMG 162 GUI operating systems, GUI meaning graphical user interface. Let's talk for just a couple of minutes about what kinds of things you'll be doing. We're using a Windows 10 book and you'll do parts of all of the chapters. There are practice tasks at the end and you will make snips of the results when you do those tasks and upload them into class shares. Lots of instructions on that later. There are also questions for which you will memorize the answers, and then a midterm, and the midterm consists of two tests, actually, a theory test, which is those questions you memorize the answers to, and also some practical tasks that you will do, a couple from each chapter. If you're in the classroom version, you'll take the tests in class, or contact me if you want to take them earlier. And if you're in the distance learning version, at this point you're going to be taking them at home whenever you're ready because the Windows 10 version we have at Mod is so much different from the one you'll be using at home. As you see, I put a note right down there at the bottom of the page. Please check your email frequently. I do send lots of emails to my students. In the book, in the Windows 10 book, there are practice tasks at the end of each chapter. There are some data files that you'll download, and then when you complete the little assignments, you'll snip each section, save it with a name, individual files, and then you'll be uploading them into class shares, which is letter X. But I won't grade them until midterm, so I'm not going to look at them each individual week. There are several other activities, some preliminary things to get you started. There is a discussion board on other kinds of operating systems. You'll have 2 service learning projects, small, and then learning strategies, analysis, and memo. The second half, it's more than half, like 2/3 of the semester is Windows 10, and the second third is these other operating systems, the last several days of class. And you'll have to start, I'll remind you, but you'll have to start finding access to all 4 of these other operating systems. Linux you'll get from me, but the 2 Apple operating systems you may have to go visit a store for, and then lots of people have an Android phone, so we don't have to worry about that. Doesn't have to be the newest or the best or the fastest or anything, just as long as we get one. So let's hop over to Blackboard and see what we can see over there. This is the announcements page. I have it show up at the beginning of the semester with these messages, and they'll pop up in order and they'll stay open. I don't have too many of them, okay? Not too many. In the course book prof section, here's a picture of the book. I think you'll be pleased at the price. There are some advantages that we gave up in exchange for that, but I think you'll be pleased with the book. Here's Microsoft Office, by the way, in case you want it. It's free for our students, so if you don't have it, go ahead and get it. And then there's information about me. And in the contact, that's an airplane, by the way, not helicopter. And please, send me an email. I am quick on email if you have a question. Don't sit and be frustrated. Under course docs and videos, you'll have your video here. This is still the one for the first semester I sent out. Here's a syllabus and a timeline, and if you need some help, we have lots of support available. The assignment section I'll skip and come back to. The due dates page, if you'd like to track your own grades in addition to Blackboard's tools, My Grades, but here's a spreadsheet. It has all the assignments and all the due dates on it, and you can keep track of your own grades there. I also put a point distribution so that you would see which percentage of the activities of the total grade of the class are attributable to which activities. And if you caught it, I really spread out the kinds of activities so that even if you're not very good at one thing, you still have lots of chances to do well in the class. I don't know why discussion boards are being slow to open these days. So you'll have one discussion board about other operating systems, and then there are 2 service learnings in there for you, and then this is an extra credit communication styles, which will be available later in the semester. In the other information section, if you look at Tools, My Grades, you'll see the email, very important. Although, I have a link down here under the Contact Me section. If you want to send me an email, you can do it right from there. But then also you need to look at the My Grades section. Keep continuous track of that so you can be sure that you're not missing any grades. I always say it, and then nobody looks, well, not nobody, but you know what I mean, until the end of the semester, and oh my goodness, I missed a grade. And well, keep track of it all semester. If you were to right-click on this How-Tos page and open in a new tab, you would see this web page I have with just tons and tons. These are all hyperlinks down into the web page of instructions on how to do, I don't know, you name it, all kinds of instructions. So I just left it right out on the front page in case you want to get to it to find something. There are also external links here to other things you might need or want to do, so you can work on those when you're ready. It's all optional. Here, back in the assignment section, you'll have this Getting Started folder, and the first activity, well, distance learning students have to do that legal consent. But the first activity to complete is a syllabus quiz that will open the rest of the assignments for you. And then you can work along as rapidly as you want. Here's a folder that has an email activity in it, and then I put some notes in there for you about the older version of Windows, which you probably want to use 10 for this class. It's going to be kind of hard if you don't. And then I'll send you a link to the Spark Premium account. You could download Windows 10, although I'm guessing that mostly everyone has it or has already uploaded. So you'll do that folder first. And then the second folder, I called it Test Set 1 and Test Set 2. This is like the first 2/3 of the semester, and the last third is the second test set. And it has in it a list of activities you'll complete, and then here are links. That's operating systems activities, so you know what it is you're learning anyway. And then assorted assignments. Instead of going chapter by chapter with 3 links, I have one link to all of the instructions for each chapter, and you can open those. And then here's a folder for your questions that you'll practice, memorize the answers to these, and they're the midterm theory exam. And then there's a file management assignment that goes with chapter 3, which you'll download the instructions and do it, and the service learning, and so on. And then information about how to do the test. All right, and the test set 2, once you get past that set, then the test set 2 is the other operating systems, and there's also a duty list there, and you'll have 3 papers actually that you'll be working from all at the same time that you'll download, and then you go track down those other operating systems and answer the questions and so on, and then you'll be uploading everything here into Blackboard. I think by then you'll be all set, just getting you past the Getting Started folder and getting going on the Windows 10 folder. So that's the way the class works, and you're welcome to complete it as quickly as you want, other than the discussion board replies, which would need to be on time, or I guess you could lose the points if you had every other point, I don't know. But probably you'll want to participate in that, and some students chug right through the assignments, and some take their time and stay right on time. But be sure and look at that due dates button to keep you on track. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. I'm here for you. If you'll send me an email, I will be very, very prompt in replying. Or if it's too long to type, leave me a voicemail message, which will come to my email, and then I'll get back to you. Have fun working in 5 different operating systems during this class.